Hang in there, it is!
Smylie Kaufman for 61. Wow.
I'm Smylie Kaufman, and this is The Smylie Show.
Welcome to a very special on-site edition of The Smylie Show. I'm Charlie Hulme, he's Smylie Kaufman. This is the SoFi Center. It's Rivalry Match week, I guess, Rivalry Match day. Not since the 2010 college football opener featuring my North Carolina Tar Heels and Smylie's LSU Tigers have we seen this much animosity. And I'm just glad that tonight, that game, this match will not be as rigged as that game was. My Bay Golf Club is going to have a little bit of a fair fight against your Jupe Links. How you feeling?
Man, after watching you over the last however long we've been here, peacocking all your Bay Golf Club gear, I mean, this guy couldn't be more confident in your squad. But, dude, I mean, this place is unreal. I mean, just the scale of it, the sound, the lights, and then honestly, I didn't expect that I'd have an opportunity to actually chip and putt.
Oh, yes.
So the kid in me came out and I'm like, all right, I am absolutely ready to see if this is easy, medium, or hard. And what I discovered is that it's different.
It's different.
It's just different.
So you wouldn't grade it as being anything particularly, it's just completely different.
It has its levels for sure, but the into the grain chipping is a problem. When I got there and figured out for the first time, like looking down at the lie,
yeah,
tough scene.
I did a little bit of chipping myself, and I feel like I could tee it up in this league, Smylie. I really feel confident in that assessment, putted a little bit. I'm, of course, being a little bit facetious, but I think that it was fun to see you. We got a little project coming up. We're going to see Smylie recreating some of the top TGL shots. So look for that in a couple weeks. But getting a feel for the different lies around here, hitting some putts, hitting some wedges. I think different's a good way to sum it up. But it's also just, it's hard to not marvel at just the scale of everything and you know, just the evolution of simulator golf with this sort of in-game, you know, sort of turf expansion of it. The whole thing is just, I think you said it best. You're kind of like kids playing with toys. You see some balls out here, you see some wedges, you see some putters. You can't help yourself. You want to come out here and play around.
Well, it's you know, for the game of golf, right? Like this is good. You know, having an in-person experience, watching, you know, these players in a different element. I love that the guys are fist pumping. They get into it. They care. They've had fun. So that aspect is really cool. You know, I got to hit a shot already into the screen. I wasn't expecting to hit one.
A little no-glove 6-iron?
I mean, I was a little worried.
Pinch cut in there?
I was a little worried that the club was going to slip out of my hand. So to make sure I hit the screen. Of course, you didn't speak up. You wanted to hit one.
Well, I tried. I said, hey,
sir, can
I hit a shot, please? And it was like, there's like nothing there. And it was like, okay, I'll stop asking. I'll be polite and stop asking.
I think
I'll hit some tomorrow.
I think just starting to see kind of fans trickle in too. I think it's put it in a little bit of perspective of okay, this will have a little more energy than how it's been over the last hour or so for us, and getting to see this place and what people have called, you know, a really fun experience.
Yeah, I think it's been interesting, the conversations we've had, which we are going to get to. We've got some great ones lined up for you. But just that you're packaging something into 2 hours, it is more action-packed. You can hear right now all the ambiance and the pregame. We're still early into pregame. The fans are just now filtering in. Yeah. So to see what the experience is like live and how it differs from the television product, I'm excited to check that out. And to see how these guys embrace it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's, even talking to the guys, we were just at a little Bay party where Smylie came in with a Jupiter Links shirt and he got a little bit of rightful stick for that. But just, you know, Min Woo talking about coming in here for the first time since the initial testing period and how much he's enjoyed it and felt some butterflies for his first match. And I was asking Shane, just kind of ribbing him, hey, you gonna lay down tonight so Jupiter Links can make the playoffs? I said, oh, hell no, I'm trying to get the #1 seed. Like, they care about this. It's cool.
They seems like to me they want the 1 seed mainly because they see some weak links in TGL.
You'd love to see it.
They see some weak links, and I'm not going to say they called out a team that they're playing tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. They are overlooking the team of Jupiter Links tonight. And that's all I'm going to say is that, hey, don't be surprised when the team that's favored comes out and just lays an egg?
Well, okay, this is a perfect segue to our next portion because I love playoff scenarios. I love crunching numbers, figuring out who's going to go where. So here's what I got for you, all right? Jupiter's played 3 matches. Okay, the 3 teams that have clinched playoff spots. LA, GC, the Bay, and Atlanta. The 3 teams that are currently on the outside looking in, well, I guess New York is in the final position 4th, but they've played 4 matches, they have 3 points. Jupiter Lynx has played 3 matches, they have 2 points. Boston's played 4 matches, only has 1 point. So what does that mean, Charlie? Jupiter Lynx controls their own destiny. They beat the Bay tonight. If they beat the Atlanta in their final match, they make it into the playoffs. But they lose, it opens up the door for New York in their final match. They beat Boston, I think they get in.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's definitely a chance.
Where would you put my odds for my Jupe Lynx right now?
You know, if I'm like one of those, you know, odds crunching machines where the KPMG Insights type of guys, I think, I mean, a Bay Golf team, and I say that as a Bay Golf supporter who's already clinched the playoffs, maybe is okay with coasting a little bit. I think like 40% chance Jupe makes the playoffs.
That's all I'm here for. The underdog that makes their way all the way to the top, and that trophy that's sitting over there, it's going to be red and navy all year long.
It would be a true Cinderella story. We talked to Max Homa before the match.
Yeah.
One of the conversations we had, he was in an upbeat mood, feeling good about where his head's at. Kiz, I don't know how much prep Kiz got in for the match, but he's, you know.
Is Kiz here yet?
we might still be waiting on Kiz at this point.
Maybe I'm playing tonight. We'll see.
That was a pitch that might have been made.
Yeah.
So that's what we got for you. We're excited to see how it all unfolds. We're going to see just in a few moments here some Bay and Jupiter Lynx players coming over here and warming up in the green zone area and doing some warm up in the screen zone. So we're excited about this thing. And what do you think? You got any parting thoughts before we kind of tee up the next section of the show, Smylie?
No, I think just look forward to get going, man.
Do you want to show the people your Jupe Lynx shirt, or are you going to wait for the reveal?
Here we go, baby.
It's got a really nice TGL sweatshirt on now that they made him put on at the Bay pregame party. Here we're gonna. This is not an NC-17 show. Here we go. There it is.
Baby.
Just juping out. Really juping out. All right, here's what we got for you. So we have the next thing you're gonna see on this show is gonna be Smylie's very first look at SoFi Center. Walking in, checking out the player locker room areas. You know, the whole setup. They have the warm-up area in the back. And then we're going to have a couple conversations with Barrie, who's the voice of this entire competition, at least on television. We have Roger Steele, the in-game host here, the arena experience that we're going to have tonight. And we got Max Homa. Second time on the show, great conversation, upbeat, really nice little Lululemon piece he was rocking tonight. And then we may kick in a few additional conversations. We'll see how much time we have tonight. Yeah. But that's what we have coming up next. And then on the back end of that, Smylie and I be sitting here, what do you say, courtside, arena side, field side. Yeah. We're sitting right over here, and we're going to be watching.
My dad hoodie.
Little dad hoodie.
Lace, locks, roaded.
We're going to be watching the match. We're going to be reacting to the match. So, yeah. I mean, we'll try to keep it close for your boys tonight, but I think this is a Bay romp. I really do.
Only thing I'm going to say before we go to this next bit is what's the bet?
What's the bet? And this is great because everyone's watching this. They already know the outcome of the match. We're recording this before. This is tomorrow morning. What's the bet? All right, what type of wager do we want? Is it going to involve these teams? Is it going to involve our alma maters? What kind of stakes do you want?
I will wear a Bill Belichick
hoodie?
Cut off North Carolina hoodie for an episode.
Is it like in a major, like a Masters episode?
That's fine, like one where you can bring me a North Carolina.
Okay, I'll bring you a Bill Belichick hoodie, and then
maybe like PGA week or something.
Perfect. And then what LSU thing are you going to bring to me?
You will get to wear
Tyrann Mathieu. Can I get a Mathieu, or are you going to stick me with like a
you
Matt
might get
Flynn?
A Burrow. You might get a
Burrow.
You
I'd
might
go
get
for
an
Burrow.
Odell.
Oh, okay. Go Odell.
You might get a Shaq throwback, like little penny LSU jersey. Like honestly, I'm doing you a favor, letting you wear something so nice.
All right. Well, so there you have it. This is.
They're warming up.
Oh, here we go. We got Shane Lowry out here hitting a few shots. We'll let it breathe a little bit so you can check this whole thing out. Shane hitting some nippers here. They got the little flags in here too. That's a nice touch.
That's a nice touch.
So we got Shane warming up. The bet has been set. It is. Oh, we got a little RoboCam rolling out here. So really. Looks like a little lunar rover situation. We're being told off camera, that's Sophie the camera, if you got that. The wager's been set. We're resolving the long simmering feud stemming from the 2010 LSU-UNC football game. We're letting Jupiter Lynx and Bay resolve that tonight. Let's get right to it. Let's get to Smylie walking through the SoFi Center for the first time. We hope you all enjoy it. All right, Smylie, just got on property, SoFi Center for the very first time. We're beginning in the little locker room warm-up area. Got his Jupe Link stuff on, got the Bay Golf Club stuff on, ready to homer out.
I mean, it's the
So
range.
this is and we have some TGL associates here as well.
What's going on?
Chris
How
and
are you?
Samantha to help us. So this is the warm-ups
We've
area,
got
right?
6 bays. Every player has their own bay
What's
to
up,
warm
man?
up.
Good to see you.
Oh, here we
How
go.
are you?
How you doing? Hey, Charlie, good to see you. How you doing?
Yeah, 6 full swing bays. You got your workout equipment.
wow.
Especially if guys are coming in from out of town and aren't at a hotel. They can come here and get their workout.
This is a game changer.
Then you've got each. So you got a kind of group kitchen area.
6
where all the
bays.
players can be.
6 bays.
And,
Charlie would literally hit on every single bay if he could.
I mean,
Just
I'm,
to be like, well, just make sure I can get
I'm well
170
documented.
ball speed on this one and that one.
My ego's never been higher than my recent endeavors on the full swing simulators. So I'd love to
I feel
just
like you could
explore a
have a
little
good
bit.
bachelor party just in this.
I think so.
It's a good like Star Wars match day as well with the red lightsabers and the green.
Well,
It's
look
kinda
at
like,
you with a little
yeah,
Star Wars knowledge. A little,
Yeah.
what
Is
is
red
that?
red bad? Green
Red's
good?
bad, green's good.
we're the
But
bad
I think,
guys
I think
tonight.
Luke's, yeah, you're the bad guys. I think Luke starts out with the blue lightsaber and ends up with the green one.
I
Is that
don't-
too nerdy?
I don't
We got
know.
a little bit too
I don't
far.
know.
All right, just trying to add some flavor.
Little tangent. So each team has their own locker area.
Ooh.
You've got a stretch area here, Norman Tech, stretch tables, and you got cold tubs, lockers.
Cold tubs.
Yeah.
This is an emotional moment for Smylie. The first time being in this hometown Jupiter Lynx locker room.
This
You
is
know,
sweet.
it's just, here, do you want to take a picture of you in one of these lockers?
Yeah, just here, right here. Make it in front of kisses.
So do a little wide angle. Wow, he's just a kid from Jupiter Lynx. All right, got some good ones. Look at the jerseys too, dude. This is sick.
Yeah.
I could live here. I could easily live here. Just hanging out in the kitchen. All right, boys, ready for this? This is where champions are made. This is it. This is like walking into the New York Yankees clubhouse. This is like, prime New England Patriots dynasty clubhouse. You just walk in here, you can smell the air. It just feels like a champion's domain, right?
You sure you want to do that?
You want to do, is that not a good look? Is that not a good look? What's like the most casual thing you do?
Ooh.
What can someone give me some art direction?
You look great, Charlie.
Oh.
None of these are good, huh? I need one of those jerseys. That's what I need.
That's what you wear playing some
Like beer league softball.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
beer pong.
Yes.
Cut the sleeves off it. And this is all, they've got their balls, these are Menwoo's balls. This is what? This is Shane here. And then you got Wyndham with the Titleist balls. How about that?
It's a lot of
And you see
fun.
over there, they've got all the balls
So
lined up for
cool.
each player.
Just
He got a good shot.
I could have never imagined something like this in professional golf that this
Right.
is possible.
And all you gotta do is just get a Louisiana expansion team.
I
And then
just
you and
want
Sam Burns.
the
you
Bayou
know?
Bandits,
The Bayou
baby.
Bandits. So this is Smylie. Right about now, you're gonna be turning the corner, just hitting the dirty bird.
This is where
Just-
they stand. This is where all the lights were behind Tiger.
Yeah,
so
oh
you
yeah.
guys just walk out, let them follow you.
Wow.
That's where you'll be hitting the dirty bird.
Just
Charlie is going to be hitting the dirty bird.
I don't even know how it works. I'm
Yeah.
just practicing. Smiley's gonna hit the best dirty bird you've ever seen tomorrow. As a Saints fan, which is really saying something. This is awesome. So you
It's a
come right
longer
through here.
walk than you realize.
Yeah. A lot of time to think.
This is where I would just be really awkward and just not know what to do with my hands.
Dude, did you see the social media clip where they had Tiger's walkout set to Mo Bamba?
I love that.
Pure electricity. This is where, oh, you're dabbing him. Oh.
I mean, it's huge.
It's massive.
This is totally, I'm not opposite what I thought it looked like, but
What were you expecting? Like, what's surprising to you? What you imagined?
the ceiling height, I didn't think it was like this big, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because on the broadcast, it just feels like the roof is just above this second deal here. But it's just so big, and the It seemed like this was further away that way too.
There's
green.
more separation between the green zone and the
Yes.
screen zone.
Because like when they do like the chip off, I think it's been happening.
It's
from-
right there, I believe, right? The OT.
Moves, right? So it's been here. It's been
Oh,
there.
okay.
They've had it over there once. You can go chat with Matt Barrie. Is that Matt?
Oh yeah,
That is Matt,
Chat
yeah.
with Matt while he's out there.
You get lives like this?
Dude, look at this. Come look over here to the grain.
So look at this. This is a little live tour with Matt Barrie.
Yeah,
the voice. Do we say the voice or the face of the ESPN
Let's go
broadcast?
voice. I try to
Let's
keep
go
my
voice.
face off the TV.
Okay, there we go.
But here, Smylie, I mean, when you see these guys, this is these
Oh,
into the grain
that's
shots.
why it comes out so low and you can't
So it
spin
comes
anything.
out low, and then you'll see these guys every once in a while. We were just talking about it a minute ago. For the first few weeks, they were having a problem into the grain, and they were chubbing it right into the. But they've added, it's a little more user friendly now. But
What'd they do?
see, I mean, see how low it comes out.
Yeah, it just comes out low. Has anybody tried the 7-wood or a little
We
5-wood
haven't
up
seen
the
that
hill?
yet. But these when you're watching the broadcast and you're seeing it, it's like, oh, they're into the grain.
Yeah,
And then these guys know that right now.
yeah. Oh wow, bounce is different than I would expect.
Here, try it.
So Matt,
Okay.
Smiley's coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
To recreate like the top 10 or 15 shots in the season.
Yep.
So any hot tips you want to give him now? We got grain is one.
Grain's definitely one.
Any other items he needs to know?
The guys are figuring out in and around the green like this.
Yeah.
And how to get these shots. And then
okay.
the other thing we're starting to see
You just can't spin that.
is the putting.
Putting.
The putting has been huge. Like we saw last night. So Ricky last night hit a 36-foot putt.
Oh, it's so soft on my feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Hit
that's
a-
surprising.
Didn't expect that.
Ricky hit the 36-foot putt, and then 2 putts later, Cam goes in there and hits 38.6 and sets a record because they're starting to figure out the green and how to roll it and what it's going to do.
It's like they've been playing a little West break, right? And that's wow. I didn't see.
Is
West
it
there.
what? Because obviously there were some misses, early
Yeah.
on. What are they picking up on the grain? Is it just like a speed thing, or is it? Are there
It's speed. I think to me it's pace because
Yeah.
early on you'd see them putt one right on line, and then at the end it would, right at the
Dribble one
last
way.
minute, it
Yeah.
would.
Kind of
And so I think they're understanding like you gotta be true with the roll.
So what I want to ask you is the first broadcast
Yeah.
that you were sitting in there. How awkward did you feel?
Oh, it's the most awkward I've ever felt. Because when people don't look, we know what golf TV is, right? It's
yeah.
voice and analyst. Well, here we've got 6 of the best players, world-class players in the world. They're the analysts.
Yeah.
Because they're mic'd up. So during a broadcast, I hear 6 voices, the producer, me, trying to decide when do you lay out, when do you set up the shot, when do you call the shot, when do you listen to the players, when do you ask the players a question. And you're kind of just finding that balance. Because if I want to hear someone break down the shot, I'll just ask the player.
Yeah.
It's like, JT walked me through that shot. Well, I saw this, this, and this. Well, that's what an analyst would do. I might as well just go to the player.
How hard has it been from just a general communication standpoint? Because I imagine it's loud in here.
It is.
So these guys, can they hear well enough to be able to distinguish your voice?
You've watched. There's been some hit or misses.
Yeah.
There's been times where they'll hop right in and be like, "Oh, this,
Yeah.
that, and the other," and we have fun with it. And then last night, after Cam Young hit the 38-foot putt, it was so loud in here, and I wanted to
Didn't hear
ask him about it. He couldn't hear me.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
Right?
Welcome to my life.
He couldn't hear you because he's standing over here by the crowd. You'll see tonight. You'll hear it tonight. I mean, there's a hum in this place when something big happens. And then they're feeding off adrenaline, and you want to talk to them about it, and then sometimes they just don't hear.
What's your favorite moment so far?
Oh, gosh. Did Justin Thomas chip in
After the flub?
to tie the mat after
Yes.
the flub?
Oh, we're
Green's
moving.
rotating now.
I was like, am I getting vertigo? I literally thought I had
Yeah,
vertigo right now.
I mean, it's awesome. So you'll see it tonight too. Like in between holes, they'll rotate it for the next hole. But
How long do the plates take to change? Is it
all right,
quick?
so that they do. It's changed twice. It's changed for the first 9, and then it stays the same through the entirety of the.
So they just rotate this
It
thing.
just rotates for what flag placement it's going to be, and then for the back, for the singles, they'll rotate it at intermission. They'll undulate it at intermission. That's where it stays for the duration of
Interesting.
that.
And is that so? Then when the holes are designed, they're given that feedback. They're like, "Hey, we're going to need the same type of slopes, maybe not
Yes.
orientation, but slopes."
So they know. So these guys will know when they're out here putting tonight during shoot around. They know that whatever it is now
Is what
Is
it'll
how
be
it's
for
going
the
to be
first
set
9.
for the entire 9.
Yeah.
So then they'll sit up here and they know that's going to be a flag right here. That's not going to change. They'll go up and they'll just learn how to hit this putt.
Oh, so they just put a cap in the hole?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh!
So they'll just
put a green cap on top.
yeah. So we have a greenskeeper.
Yeah.
He'll be out here all night and he'll just be changing it throughout.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. So
Wow.
JT was the favorite moment because he just said and it was
Come on, JT.
He's got
Like,
to make
chip-
up for that.
Yeah.
And then he chipped it in. The comebacks have been great. Last night, LA was down 4-0.
Yes.
Finau on his tee shot didn't hit the speed slot,
Mm-hmm.
left him 240 out, whereas Cam Young had a $150. He hits this 4-iron to 10 feet, hammers down worth 2, makes the putt. Now it's 4-3, and then Colin wins the next one. We're tied 4 apiece.
How about that?
And it changes that quick. So,
Okay.
do you guys enjoy it?
Do you get the sense talking to guys like seeing Finau how much fun he had last night that there are guys that kind of wish they got in early?
Well, yeah. Yeah, because, again, I mean,
It looks so fun, right?
Here's the deal. It's human nature to be like, what's this all about? Like,
Yeah.
it's just going to be good. And then you start watching it, and you start watching how much fun the players are having. Tony comes in here Sunday night, and he's like, holy, this is amazing. Practices, starts getting into it, starts having a lot of fun. He starts hearing the music, comes out and plays. He's like, well, wait a second.
This is a lot
I
of
kind of
fun.
want to do that.
Yeah.
So we keep joking this is a big recruiting week for us because the PGA Tour are in town. We're like,
Uh-huh.
come out. Big
Hey.
recruiting weekend.
Luke Clinton, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just
Clinton was here last
That's
Clinton.
right, that's right,
Jason
yeah.
Day was here last night.
in case they need a broadcaster, you know?
If we
That's
need to
right.
get right.
Yeah, I mean, we
got
already
a
got
guy
one
right here.
broadcaster planned.
Right, I got a guy here.
Well, my one question would be, is there been a better change in any sport than the hammer rule in TGL?
Now, mind you,
Mid-season.
mid-season. Like, there's
Mid-season.
been some good rule changes that they wait till the off-season, the committees get involved.
I don't think there's ever been a better rule change during a season than I mean, it's made every match so much more enjoyable to watch because you don't get the stinkers, right?
Right, it goes back to these guys being smart. They figured out that if I've got the hammer in my back pocket and I don't relinquish it, we can just play them straight up and win. They figured that out, so it's like, all right, now credit to the people at TGL. Like, no, we need to fix this because the hammer can change the match. And since we fixed it, you're not out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two.
good.
So when LA stepped to the tee box last night, down 4-0 to the 12th tee, 15-hole match, 12th tee down 4-0, their win probability was 2%.
Wow.
And because they used the hammer right, they won.
So good.
Well, it's what these guys do, man. This is the name of the game when they play on a
fantastic.
Tuesday, when they play at home.
Yep.
It's how can I get it back to even?
You're right.
That's
How do
all
I?
they're trying to
and
do.
you'll hear them during the
How can I
broadcast.
not
They'll be like,
lose
guys,
money?"
let's just win one.
Yeah.
Let's just win this one hole. Let's hammer this hole. And then you start hearing how they think. It's fascinating.
None of these guys don't press their bets, so that's little inside
No,
tidbit right there.
yeah, and even with, and that's why I keep telling people, like, so the hammer's pressing your buddies on the weekend. That's all it is. That's what the hammer is, and it's become the star of the
Well, shoot, man, keep grinding.
This is awesome.
So,
Thank
you guys
for
have
taking
fun
the time,
tonight.
Matt. Roger Steele, TGL MC, is that the correct
In-arena
title?
MC.
In-arena
yes,
MC,
sir.
okay.
Hype man.
Yeah, hype man.
Spectator with a
Physics,
microphone.
man.
you know, physics professor of sorts.
Well, what about week one? So, all the anticipation, everybody watching, everybody's watching, your mama's friends are watching, and then they told their friends they're watching. Like, did you feel the pressure that first day of just like getting the mic and bringing the energy?
I still feel it every day, actually, man.
Yeah.
I think the in-arena MC experience, like, you don't see anything like that in golf. I guess the closest thing that you would see is like a starter, right? And how they're expected to say things very intentionally and say it perfectly, but then you're also trying to like raise the energy of a golf audience, which is a different task altogether. And so it was a lot, man. But we rehearsed a lot, which made it a bit more comfortable. And then once the people actually got in here, it became digestible. It's a digestible task.
Okay. Is it, when they first approached you, what was your kind of reaction to?
I had no idea what they were asking me to do.
Really?
Yeah, like, okay, so we playing golf, but you want me to MC golf. I'm like, okay, like, am I talking crazy about people? You want me to make fun of them when they hit bad shots? Or what?
You
know what I
roasting
mean?
guys,
Can
yeah.
I just roast people? Can I say whatever I want on the microphone? And then we got down here, we did a rehearsal, and Rory was in here playing against a few of the testers. And he hit a few sideways shots, and I said some things I probably shouldn't have. And then they were like, you know what? We're going to dial it back a little bit. I'm like, Rory, why don't you pay the architects to put the green over there, man? I thought that, but yeah, so I think that I didn't understand it at first, but now I think that if people came and had the in-arena TGL experience, they would wish that golf had something like this, like Greengrass Golf had somebody that was just framing it up for you.
Gotcha.
Well, and Matt Barrie was talking to us a little bit about that. We were catching up with him over on the Green Zone, where there's like the TV product and the TV experience, right? But then, you know, not a lot of people get exposed to the in-arena experience, which is kind of the area that you own.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that been like, making that your own sort of thing and figuring out how that works best for people who are here paying for a ticket?
And I think that, like, a lot of it, people just, you know, the SoFi Center speaks for itself. Like, you walk in here, the scale of it, like, what's going on, it's crazy to think that in this, you know, this square foot, they've created a golf course, like, in just this little footprint, right? And so I think that a lot of them, a combination of the SoFi Center, being able to see your favorite players, you know, just interact with each other in different types of ways. The only thing that is probably missing here is that's different from the broadcast experience is not being able to hear what the guys are chirping back and forth to each other. But then you get, you know, in the breaks, they do a good job of doing some hot mic stuff so you could kind of catch up on it after the segment. And, you know, Marty will do some interviews to the house with the players. I'll do some sometimes. So I just think that everything here speaks for itself and it lives up to the hype and the expectation. I've had people come and say they watched all of the broadcasts and they still weren't prepared for how, you know, visually, you know, imposing the SoFi Center is.
It's our first time, so we're ready for the energy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready for Roger Steele for the announcements. Have you heard of anybody got anything up their sleeve tonight that we need to know about?
Nah, nothing.
No dirty birds. I mean, we don't have Billy Horschel here, so
Billy brought the energy.
He
man.
did, didn't
Billy, he used the TGL platform nicely. I like it. He made the most of it. You know what I mean? Jupiter Links though.
Hey, don't talk trash.
I'm sorry, bro. All right. Next question.
Say nice things about the Bay. That gets the next question.
Yeah.
Do you have a team?
Nah.
I know,
I have to stay agnostic.
We're homers. Like, we're just leaning into the homer thing.
Something that I would say though is that LA, they showed up so intentionally in the league. Like when they got their like naming rights to their team, they were just from the get-go all the way in. They turned it all the way up. I mean, the branding, the shoots, it was all dramatic.
Well,
I'm like, what is this? It's like Formula One, like meets, you know, like is it TV show? Like, what are y'all doing? You know, but I think that they've lived up to the hype behind their branding.
For
which
sure.
is interesting.
For sure. They definitely, you could see it in their boxes when they have when they're playing. They definitely bring a lot of people. It seems like there's a lot of energy behind them. And so I want you to try to out some folks. So I want you to tell me who's worked the hardest is from a team standpoint and who's worked the least hardest from a team standpoint. Because we're here early, man. So who do you think has put in the work and there's a reason why they're at the top, and who you think should have been in here trying to figure this thing out a little more?
I thought that New York worked harder than their results showed. I think that the Bay worked very hard and were very smart with their preparation.
Championship caliber, you know what I mean?
Your boy Kiz, though. Your boy Kiz, you know, I mean, he's
entertaining, if nothing else.
If nothing else. And I think that his lack of preparation is to make up for it with the entertainment. Like, it's kind of like a whole thing. Like, if he's too prepared, if Kiz is playing too good, nobody's having that much fun.
That's well said.
You know what I mean? Like, if he was really out here just balling out, it wouldn't really be Kiz. Like, Kiz, it's about a roller coaster. You need a roller coaster golf experience in TGL.
It's funny that Kiz, for however many years, he's like the most steady golfer of all time, like never really made mistakes, hit it right down the middle. And so like we're getting like this kind of this twilight part of his career of this is the fun part. You know, like right? Like this is fun. Like the skull shot off the flag.
That was
stick.
insane. That was insane. And then the last match that they played, you know, kids hit there were very low smash factors. You know.
Oh well, what's your ball speed? You get up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know. Like a little 190-ish.
Oh!
You know what I mean? Just kind of
Aldrich Poggy.
He hits the crowd out of it.
You know, it was refreshing to see somebody with that strong of grip playing that good of golf, man.
Right?
A lot of people try to get me to weaken my grip, and I'm just like, no, look at him. He's doing
melting the golf ball. I'm trying to get a little stronger here. We're working on it.
How's your wrist? Didn't you have wrist problems last year? I saw you.
They still kind of kicking up a little bit.
Okay, all right.
This last one I want to get Roger to answer on the way out is you mentioned the Kisner, the bunker shot, right? Got Smylie coming here tomorrow to recreate some of those shots. That might be on the list. Got any hot tips for him? You going out here tomorrow trying to kind of relive some of the TGL magic from the season?
Yeah, I just want y'all to be honest when you recap it about how many into the grain shots you chili dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be honest. Like keep
Okay,
a counter.
fair.
Keep a counter of like, you know, if you drop, you know, a few of them, how many? I think there's probably gonna be at like 25, 33%, something like that. It's the chili dip game is crazy over there, dog.
They should think about a little maybe concession item, a little chili dipper.
Ooh, there you go.
Come on, take lemons and make some.
That's what I'm
My
saying,
dog,
man.
my
I have a
dog.
very fair consultant price. Very, very fair.
The TGL chili dip.
The chili dip, you
And
know.
then you get every
and
chili
then you got like
dip,
a
you get
vegan
free
option
one.
into the grain. In the grain, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying I'm here.
This guy's a poet.
Hey, keep this
He
guy.
didn't even know it.
Hey, keep this guy, man. Oh, keep him around.
We are here with Max Homa, proud member of the Jeep Links, baby. What's up, Max? All right, so you got here when and what time did you leave home?
Got here 20 minutes ago, left home at 10:45.
Okay, that's a day in the life of a TGL player. How has it been so far? Just sum up the whole experience. I mean, coming into the year, I imagine you didn't really know exactly how it would probably go.
Yeah, this is only my second match.
Okay.
Oddly enough.
Welcome, sophomore day.
Yeah, sophomore game. So I might not be the best guy, but we had a lot of fun the first time. Feels like a year ago now, since Kiz, you know, tried to murder the flag stick.
Has he told you he's going to try to recreate that shot tomorrow?
That's a really good idea. I think you should.
And I have a
you
baseball.
need to go the angle he did because you cannot have any.
Well, so I got a
nearby.
baseball glove on the other side, just in case we get a little
They're
hot
gonna-
one.
You need a first base or catcher's mitt, just in case.
I dug into the archives. All I could find was my pitcher's mitt from high
Oh,
school.
boy,
11 and a half
yeah,
inches. I
that's tough.
feel like I need like 13.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
But no, it was fun. We got run out the gym, so I'm hoping to do a little better this time. But yeah, it's honestly has been really fun. The in-person experience is great, and watching it on TV has been cool too. So
Yeah.
like, it has exceeded expectation.
But you don't have to look at him too. He's wearing Bay golf club gear.
Well,
I know
I mean,
this is. You can just look at me.
You
if
don't go to
want.
like a Cal football game and not wear Cal gear, right? I mean, this is the squad I've chosen, so I kind of got to ride with it. I appreciate the level of respect you're showing me, the fact that I'm decked out in all base stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to be respectful. It is like this year getting into football and becoming a Chiefs fan. Like it's kind of
it is.
like,
It's a
root
little
for us.
suspect.
Like we're the underdog. We got the goat on our team.
Do I get any credit for choosing the Bay prior to the season?
No.
None
Next
whatsoever.
question.
None whatsoever. That's fair. That's fair. Fair critique. Yeah.
All right. So, first impressions when you walked in here, and then actually getting reps like live on TV. What has been like the hardest adjustment for you as far as just whether it's over here on like the live green or just hitting shots into the simulator? For you, like, what's been the most difficult adjustment?
It's an interesting, actually, like observation I think we've all made. But you play golf with your eyes a lot more than you think, and you don't
It's
really
such
get
a
to
good
play
point.
with your eyes here. Like, I know there's been some wonky stuff with the up tee, but like hitting a 60-yard shot without seeing the flag is really difficult.
Do you use a clock system for a 60-yard
No,
shot?
but I have a feel. Like I choke up to the metal, basically. It's up to my arm, and so it would be a good test to see how good I am at that. But I think a lot of like the bursts of speeds and things like that happen. Like the driver feels like they're all a little. You feel odd, but the driver feels like the easiest, like a full swinging whatever.
Rip something.
Yeah, and
okay.
you just feel like you're just making a golf swing. Whereas when you're hitting a golf shot, like even drawing it and cutting it in the screen feels, I don't know, it's different. But it's also the hardest part of the whole thing is the lights.
What?
The sand is perfect.
Wow.
The golf ball shines, and it looks like this. Like your depth perception gets funny because it's all like the
so like
ball
when you're
in
a
the sand feels like you're
greenside
just.
bunker, fairway bunker, that you're saying it's just.
It's almost like you just see sand. You got like a little glimmer of the ball. So little things like that have made it different, but
So you need to
obviously we get used to it.
You need to play like a purple golf ball.
A purple golf ball is not like the worst idea just
Wow.
for the TGL ball.
I
would not
love
be a
that.
bad idea.
There you
We're
go.
just like a red.
Yeah,
big
red.
Jeep
Red
Links
works.
golf
Like
ball.
a little mini golf action.
Yeah.
What about the greens? I mean, obviously, you put on a number of different surfaces on the PGA Tour. What have you learned about that surface as you kind of gone on?
Yeah, I think they've changed it a bit since I was here, but they had the pistons and stuff moving, actually changing the green, and I noticed, at least with our match, that as the day went on, it felt like they didn't ever really settle back. I've heard that they don't do that as much anymore. They rotate it, obviously, which is cool. But I'm looking forward to putting this time because it was impossible when we were putting to make anything, if I'm being completely honest.
That's what Matt Barrie was saying. They keep it the same for the first 9 holes and they change it
That's
for the last
fine, yeah, because
6
I
or
just
whatever,
noticed
yeah.
like you would get these little like orbs. The hardest part for me, I don't use a line, and the green's so perfectly, you know, it's turf. It's it's so perfectly green. You have no. I putt to an intermediary spot, and there's no imperfections. So like that gets a little tricky. But to be fair, last match I putt 2 whole times, so. I'm not doing it a whole lot. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry too much about the putting.
So I'm a big playoff scenario guy. Love crunching the numbers.
We are in it.
All right,
we are first 2 out.
You control your own destiny though,
okay.
which is a great place to be. Are you in the locker room? Like you giving like the Any Given Sunday inches Al Pacino speech? Are we there yet?
Oh yeah, I think we've been there. We're gonna have a long talk with Rob today about the 99-199 issue from last week. Like I just don't get how he is still employed. We gotta talk to ownership about that one.
You got it.
To be quite honest, like I haven't played in so long, like 4 weeks, so it's been hard to feel the fire. However, on the way over here, I did text kids. I was like, let's effing win one, please. Like I got some competitive juice back. Get a little PTSD driving back in here, knowing how bad it went for me last time. So at least all the other boys have a win under their belt.
Yes.
I would really like a win, and I got I'm playing Wyndham this week, one of my best friends. So. And then next week we've got Atlanta, and I know that's Justin's team. So I'd just very much like to drum 2 of my friends just one whole time.
You gotta say the Bay. They're already in the playoffs. You gotta say Wyndham. Maybe you bench the starters.
When do they bring up the minor league guys? Give them an opportunity.
I think you gotta ask the question.
I think it's a little look at me from them, but respect to Ludwig for sitting this one out.
I'm as a fan of the team, I'm willing to criticize them.
Yeah,
and
I think
offer that
that's
as
fair.
well. I think that's fair.
They should be bringing up Corn Ferry guys, grow the game. But
right.
no, they're
Put your money where your
selfish, and
mouth
they had to be here.
All right, what about the makeup of the team, right? So we got Tom Kim, we got Kiz, and we got Tiger. I mean, I know you play with, I guess Tom sat that first match. It was used to you, Kiz. How many times did you watch that video, Kiz? And then what has it been like, being on a team with Tiger? It's kind of sick, right?
Yeah. Question 1, Mean Girls, the limit does not exist. I have watched that video. If it comes on, I will watch it 10 times. Second, being on a team with Tiger is really cool. But all jokes aside, with the whole thing that went down with Kiz, to get to stand next to like your hero in this game, and he is tears running down his face for not just that. I mean, we laughed about it for an hour. He texted me after, I need the video. Like, send me the video. And I'm like, dude, this is like it just was cool to see. I think
Does Tiger not have Instagram?
Who knows? He probably doesn't know how to use it, so I had to get it, screen record it, send it to him. So that stuff was awesome, and I honestly think for the fans, in the corniest way, like he's such like a godlike figure, and to get to see him how we see him, which is just like a dude, and he's honestly an awesome guy, been a good friend. To get to see him in these environments be, normal but competitive. I don't know. I think that's like why this was made, and it's worked pretty well for that.
For sure. And I was thinking about this too, going from playing simulator golf, your first time back playing actual PGA Tour golf, did you find yourself kind of in this weird, like, where am I? Like, is this a 60-yard shot in TGL, or is this a 60-yard shot that I'm seeing right now?
No.
Did you ever have like a thought in your head, like, what would I do in TGL right now on this shot?
I blocked out my TGL as fast as I could.
Okay, so we just went straight back into pro golf.
Shane Lowry did have a great line. We were in San Diego like a couple weeks after, and we were in Pebble a couple weeks after, and it's freezing and pissing rain, and it was miserable. And he came over to me and goes, I like the indoor golf a lot better. He said it again in San Diego, it was blowing 80. So that's been really funny. So we've enjoyed that. But yeah, for the most part, no, I'm still significantly better on at grass golf, not indoor golf. But hopefully today I can do something good.
We saw Tony last night make a spot start for
I heard
LAGC.
he was filling in.
He had a little dance to get going.
Okay.
Really brought the vibes. Is anyone on tour you heard of guys that said, man, I'm kind of bummed I'm missing out on this, or they're trying to get in, if there may be some expansion franchises in the future?
I imagine there could be. I haven't talked to a ton of people about like them coming in, but I know there's players that I've heard want to. We haven't had a personal conversation. I haven't been playing so great, so I haven't really been keeping up the TGL talks. I've been kind of on the corner of the range.
Yes.
I'll send you a newsletter.
But no, I know that I've heard a couple guys say, or at least their wives have said, they were interested, and it looks fun. And we've been telling everybody the same thing. Like, it is really fun. Like, it's enjoyable. I feel like this is it's obviously not like real golf, but it is entertaining as hell, and this is supposed to be more for the fans than for us. And I would hope that that's how it's going. This is unique for us. It's still, really fun. Like, selfishly, this has been awesome. But I know I signed up for this just to give another kind of avenue for someone to get into golf. I think it's better for kids to watch. It's faster. Social media attention spans have gotten like very small. This is a lot easier to consume. So hopefully it's doing the job. And I know that some of the other players have really enjoyed hearing about it and watching us.
Speaking of watching kids, are we going to get a Lacey and Cam cameo at any point? Are we
Lacey was here last time.
Okay.
Maybe if we make the playoffs, he'll come.
A little Angels in the outfield situation.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like
similar
that.
to you. Like, he's a Dodger fan since birth, and that's only been a couple years. So he's kind of got.
What a life.
He's like ahead. He started on third base here. So as a fandom, so I don't think he's probably a Bay fan too, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, we might need to do something special.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I need to. Maybe if we make playoffs, he'll come root for his dad's team. So we'll see. That'll be my motivation the next couple weeks.
All right, Max, I got one more for you, and since you have like a professional golfer and a broadcaster on your team, listen, if it doesn't work out with Kiz and you just said, you know what, Kiz, we got to find a professional golfer broadcaster that's doing a little bit more, I don't think it's a bad idea having just like an A guy and a B guy and just honestly mix and match. It's like,
farm
hey,
system.
Yeah, SK, you go hit the putt. Kiz, you hit the wedge shot. I'm just going to throw my name in the hat.
I think
that's all I'm saying. Look.
I think you might have at least started something pretty cool. It's just maybe I've been looking at this all wrong, that kids are watching this hoping that one day they can be a professional golfer, and maybe it's that they're going to end up being a broadcaster that also plays golf.
Is there a better job? I don't know. Like, it's kind of chill.
He's killing it.
It's kind of chill.
I love it.
He's nailed it.
Well, Max, we appreciate you taking the time. Are you going to go hit the cold plunge?
No.
You're not going to go hit the cold plunge right now?
I'm just going to hit some balls.
Okay.
Do what I normally do. I don't usually cold plunge before the round, so I don't really.
He's just trying to see if anyone's going to be in the cold plunge. Maybe he could use it.
Oh, you can go. Hey, you're our B guy now, so you can join.
B guy.
Yeah.
If Kiz goes out, man, like, if you look at me and say you're in, I'm going to say.
He's striping it today.
I'm good.
Yeah, no,
he might be all the way back.
I believe it.
He might be all the way back.
Hey, listen, you give me the wink. And if Kiz looks tired, I can make the call. Give you a little sign.
If Kiz hits
calling the relief.
If Kiz hits a driver that doesn't get to the screen, just doesn't quite get the ball speed, I think that's.
I'm hoping the ball speed's higher than last time. But he said he's been doing it. They won one. I really don't know why I'm here talking trash about my own team. They've won one.
It's a bit. It's a bit. We all know Kiz is way talented enough to be able to absolutely carry the Juke Links team tonight.
I hope he does, man. I want to hop on his back.
We want it. Max, thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
I hope your team loses tonight.
Yeah,
Looking
I do
you.
too.
We're in the playoffs.
Rip the
I
jacket
hope
off
so
if
too.
he loses.
All right, Smylie. We are 1/3 of the way through the triples portions competition. They just won their first point, courtesy of a Wyndham Clark dart.
It was a dart.
Just inside Max Homa. Max has looked like a dart too. Tom Kim unfortunately missed the putt. What's our verdict thus far?
Speaking of darts, do you have a dart?
I could go for some darts and gambling anywhere. Any type of gambling. You want to shoot dice behind the SoFi Center? I'm here for it. Darts and gambling. Sounds like my scene right now. What do we think? 3 holes in. 1/5 of the way in.
This is going to come down to the final hole.
Okay.
Vibes are good.
Vibes are good.
I think we need to find one of these FedEx hammer towels. That's the only thing I need right now. I just need to have this in my hand.
Badly need a hammer towel. I've inquired. I'm not sure how you get one. We saw the whole Bay team look over before the first hole, and then you dabbed all over it.
Well, the other big problem that we have is that they keep walking right to the thing, and it seems like they're looking at us. And every time we're like, hey, like, what do we do with our hands? And I think that's kind of awkward.
It is a little bit awkward. I wish they'd just be looking at us all the time. Really all right, so we need a hammer towel.
We're back.
We're all the way back. All right, check in soon. All right, 6 holes in, next update. We got hammers. We got some hammers. We got hammers.
Okay. There was a shank.
There was a shank.
And they won the hole. What are the odds that Juke Links only hole they win today is from a shank?
It's truly unbelievable that Kevin Kisner almost missed the screen, and then Jupiter Links goes on to win that hole with the par. And then we had a Dr. Chipinski sighting in the next hole.
Unbelievable.
We're getting some action now. 2-1 Bay.
We're in a good spot. We got the towels.
The towels are crucial.
Roll the hammer.
Roll the hammer. Roll it. All right, our enthusiasm for the hammer has paid off. We just had a triple hammer that the Bay won. We're just ripping these things. We will not stop ripping these things. Might put an eye out. We're done with the singles or the triples portion.
Yeah.
What do we think?
It's been fun. The green being rotated. Sometimes you can't see the holes, so you gotta like watch the TVs. It's been fun when you can watch. As Max is putting currently in the practice time.
Okay.
That's wild.
That's a grinder's move. I like that.
I always thought they like went in the locker room and had like a coach come in and do like a big coach talk.
A little whiteboard.
Should I go? Do you think they need a guy to do that?
I think you're kind of the guy.
I do know where the locker room is.
I think you go in there and you like flip a table over. It's not acceptable. And you just throw some, Gatorade cooler, kick some stuff.
Minwoo Lee's been the MVP.
Yes, he has
and we didn't have that on our. Just wasn't on our radar.
You didn't have that on our radar?
Well, Wyndham and Shane have been so good in this format.
Yeah.
And mentally played once, I think. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
So I just.
First of the doubleheader they had.
It's been impressive. He's hit some incredible golf shots, like a couple irons.
Yeah.
And then he hit that one where they hammered, and Minton's like, hold my beer, hits a fairway wood up to like 6 feet. I mean, it's just been that type of day.
Great celebration, great reaction from Minwoo. So you're in a 5-1 hole right now, Jupiter Links, and you got 6 holes to make it up. And you have, I think you have 1 hammer left.
We might as well head home, folks.
You think that's it? You're calling it on the season for 2?
Oh yeah, we're already in off-season mode. Acquisition, whole deal.
You're gonna look great in that Belichick hoodie, buddy. You're gonna look real good in that Belichick
Crap,
hoodie.
I forgot about that.
All right, Smylie. We have 3 holes left. It is 5-2 Bay against Jupiter. So I think what you're playing for here is you need Juke to win the next 3 holes and force OT.
Wow, you're great at math.
I'm a playoff scenario guy, and I am also a scoreboard scenario guy. That's you need to do this, otherwise I think you're on the rocks in terms of the playoff scenario.
I'm already picturing myself in a Bill Belichick hoodie. That's why I put a hoodie on.
Yeah, there you go. Very, very classy TGL hoodie you've got here.
Yeah.
XL fits you well, man. We're all out of hammers, which is a shame because we're still ripping them. Still ripping the hammers. We're on the broadcast. Smylie Kaufman, celebrity cameo on the TV broadcast.
Here we go.
Here we go. What do we think? What do we need here? What do we need here in the last 3? What do you want to see?
We need
Shank?
We need Tiger 2000 to show up.
They should add video game characters to this. We simulate them in.
We need Tiger 2000.
Tiger 2000, save us. All right, that's what we got.
Here he is.
And he signs.
Signed ad from Wyndham Clark.
I mean, kick me while I'm down, why don't you?
You really love to see it. Just drop off a little gift. That's so good. What do you? Can we get the hat on?
What am I supposed to say to that, man? All right, final journal, and Smylie's picked up some new gear. Wait, show him the top of your hat. Autographed by Wyndham Clark. The Bay Boys really put the finishing touches on this win tonight.
This is Shane's glove.
Shane's glove.
It's like a glove, by the
Wyndham
way.
Clark came over in the middle of the 15th hole and dropped off a souvenir for a lucky fan. And what do you think? Are you a Bay guy now? Like, did they successfully recruit you?
I mean,
the glove is just killing me.
it's a shame, you know? All I wanted to do was support my team. I go to the VIP Bay Club party before. Have to intertwine with that whole bunch of folks. Really nice people, by the way. And talk to the whole team, and now I'm being trolled for just being a fan.
You look like one of those kids that like they show up to the game and their team, they're wearing one jersey and then they switch to a different jersey at the end because their team lost. I mean, this is so good. This has been a really fun night. We had a blast here at SoFi Center.
Do I keep this?
I tell you what, if he comes on Happy Hour on Friday, you got to sign and give it back to him.
That's what I need to do. I'm definitely signing this and giving it back to him.
What a blast tonight. TGL Golf. One last hammer twist for the road. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
You know, I listen to this podcast. It's really cool. And
All of our
First
lovely
time.
fans and subscribers, but make sure you like and subscribe.
it's cool to see what you guys are doing. I know golf fans appreciate it, but we do too. So please keep it up.
For all the good people at YouTube, like and subscribe.
You guys have some good takes, so I'm happy to come on and shoot the